who is new to us and has a few classes in mind. So over to you, Brian.
Good day, everybody. I'm Brian. I've been around the spiritual field for probably 40, 50 years. I'd done a complete course on transcendental meditation, which led me to remote viewing, and ultimately what I've been doing over the last 3 years in a small way is telepathy. Telepathy in itself, it doesn't mean that you can read everything in somebody's mind, but you can pick up things that people think now and again, different bits and pieces. That's what I'm teaching myself. I'm teaching transcendental meditation and remote viewing. That is the start of all of the spiritual activities that I'm interested in, and I do. So if anybody is interested, please get in touch. It's easy to do. Anyway, I'll hand you over to Linda. Linda Irwin.
Thank you, Brian. I'm Linda Irwin, and I am an audio person, a video person, a graphics person, and an extraterrestrial person. I recently did a class on copyright basics, which covered fair use and the laws regarding copyright, public domain, and places you could go to find things to enhance content, whether you're doing an audio podcast, perhaps an album if you wanted to do your own music and you wanted to add sound effects in, or if you were doing videos and you needed imagery for those videos that you didn't have yourself, or motion video to put behind it. I can teach you a lot on techniques I plan to do in the future sometime, like chroma key, how you can actually take something and turn a solid background into a transparency that you can overlay onto something. In fact, I'm working on a video right now that has 3 chroma key layers on top of a solid, an image background. And I'll be doing that with cartoon type figures. You can also learn how to do cartoon type work with me using MS Paint, which is something that comes with all Windows programs. And I'll teach you how to do basic shapes and basic color techniques, how to create your own interesting little characters. Also, I am a musician, so if you have any questions or would like me to give you a class on musician work, I can do that. I have a Roland E16, which is a very old keyboard, but still very reliable and has a lot of interesting sounds to it. I also have a microKORG, and that has a lot of fun things too, a lot of knobs and things you can turn to give spacey sort of sounds or whatever you want to hear. I also use software. I'm going to be looking into FL Studio pretty soon. I'm interested in that. I currently use Dr. Drum. If you want to hear any of my music, you can go over to bit.ly, bidli.com/user/insanity surfers, all one word. Also, I do podcasts that deal with talking with other people regarding paradigm shift and metaphysical, spiritual, extraterrestrial podcasts. You can find out my interviews there with noted authors like Garnet Schellhauser and Laura Emerald, and also Jeff White, who's the Internal Monarch. He has his own website, and he's on Spreaker as well. I have interviews over there with them. I also am a member of etletstalk.com, where we do monthly global meetings to set our intention to have peaceful communication with our star family. And you can find some of that information over there as well. They recently got a couple of spaceship photographs over Joshua Tree, and they allowed me, with my own introduction, to put that video under my Vidly account, my second account, which is ContinuumX, bidli.com, bidli.com/user/continuumx, all one word again. And that's pretty much what I do. But if you have any questions about editing videos, editing audio to put in sound effects, maybe even doing character voices, writing scripts, I'm your person for that. I can also show you how to design banners and episode images. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sprinkles Nixon. Hey, Sprinkles.
Hey, Linda. Could you do me a favor before I begin? Can you put those links into the chat on the Facebook Live there so that they can check you out and
oh, sure.
maybe follow you there. Okay, so I'm Sprinkles Nixon, and I'm one of the three co-owners of OTC. And what I would like to do is know what it is you're seeking to know more about. What are you hoping to find that will help you on your spiritual way? We have a wide variety of things that we can all look into and to learn together. So what I'm trying to find out is if you've ever had a tarot class, if you ever had a palmistry class, if you ever had any kind of class, and you just was missing something, and you want to have somebody look into that and share that with you, their experiences, their skills, their abilities. At OTC, I do quite a few different things here, and with the help of my co-owners. I do love to astral project. I do love to do remote viewing. I do love to find things out that is new and different and share it with others. I do like to do banners and posters and things of that sort. I also do animation, which I would love to see how Linda does it, because you see, when we learn something and we experience it ourselves, we take that experience on and we make it unique because we add us into that mixture. So that is why there are so many different readers, so many different clairvoyants. They work with things differently because they themselves are just as unique as you are. Now, the other thing is that I would love to offer some free classes. I have one that I'm going to be starting. I'm going to put out the registration for it, the posting to register for it, because I can only take so many in the class with other things that I'm doing here, because we do podcast and it's all new for us, and we're learning as we go. So Facebook is really pretty interesting to be able to put things together with it. So I'm grateful for that. But Mercury's retrograde, and we've been having a heck of a time with a lot of things, and we do apologize for that because it's technical difficulties that are coming in, as well as the information getting messed up. And today, Mercury supposedly had gone retrograde. But my class that I'm going to offer is the Tarot class, and it's going to be a 10-week course, and it's going to be absolutely free. Any of the things that I put out there, you're not obligated to do so, but if you'd like to make a donation, that will help us continue to do things freely for each and every one of you. So donations do help, but you're not obligated. We love sharing. We want others to know about different things and our experiences and how we work and what our skills are, and we want to know that about you as well. So there's no gimmicks, there's no scams, there's nothing of that sort going on. We have, I've had a monthly magazine that I kind of had let go because a lot of the columnists have moved on to something else, which is absolutely wonderful because at least we had the opportunity to get them on their way. So this open house thing is, we want questions from you. What is it you would like? What is it that your interests are? So if you're listening in and you're watching, feel free just to type in and let us know what it is that you were looking for in trying to improve your spiritual journey, your spiritual path. And back to my tarot class, I do it differently. I use a different technique in teaching people to read the cards. First thing I tell them is throw away that instruction book because they'll never be able to connect fully through that way. At least that's my belief. But I have an old way of doing it, and I've been reading since 1985 for other people other than my family and friends. So that's a long time. And I love doing that as well. And we are going to be having OTC reading night, and it's absolutely free. readers as well as those wanting to be read are welcome to join us. And we can put them on here live on Facebook if it works as good as it's working right now. And I'm hoping it's working good now. I'm not going to know until later to see if it got everything. But please do share with us, because we want to help, or maybe even direct you where you can go for somebody that's better equipped, because we know a bunch of beautifully gifted people out there. And if we can't help you, I know that they will be there to help you as well. So because we do that, we do refer other people for things that we ourselves have not been experienced in. And we just love OTC. It was born on the spur of the moment. It was not something that was planned, but it's something that we went with, and it was a beautiful ride, and it still is, because now we are bringing changes, and change is needed. Change is needed for you to kind of step up too, and to ask people, where, when, and how can we learn about this? And we do it free. We do it free here, like I said. So if there's any interest, if you are interested in a tarot class, if you are interested in the angel class, Peg, you have to put in there as well, please, in the chat, about how they can contact you. And Brian, would you also please how they can contact you, so that if they have any sort of interest, they can find a way to get a hold of you.
And I'll put my website up there too for them.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So if you would have any questions for any of us, we would love to hear back from you. So please type in the chat room anything that you may have an interest of, that you maybe would like to see more of on the spiritual learning. Brian is absolutely wonderful, because he's unique in what he can do, and he's to guide us and be of help to you in the best way that he can. So please know, these are offerings we are doing because we think we can all use a little help now and then, and these just may be the things that can start you on another path and bringing you closer to your spiritual journey, bringing you closer to your spiritual goals. So that's kind of about it. If there's any questions, please let us know. Again, we enjoy sharing, and there's no scams, there's no gimmicks, there's nothing taking place here other than wanting to be and have friendships in our growth along the journey that we are all trying to and get to.
Okay. Peg had something more to say.
Okay.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is I'm also would like to, if anyone is interested, is to maybe begin a writing with purpose from the heart class. I'm not sure when that's going to start, but it is a possibility, and if I find that there are people that are interested, I will be glad to offer it to people. I did it all. It was a bit difficult because everyone had all sorts of things going on, but in the long run, we finished it, and I think that it was helpful for everyone, and you know, it kind of went as best as we could do it. I do want to work on developing it a little bit more too. So, and Linda was part of that, and I think she liked it. She was kind of a star.
I was just always there on time, that's all.
Yeah, you were. and thank you. She was a good student. And so that I might try. And also, because I have written a book and kind of know, well, from what I know, you know, if there's any questions that people may have about thinking about writing a book or self-publishing, and there's an interest, I may just help people, you know, I may just have small tests on that if you so desire. So I may put that out at a later time too. And there was one more thing, and I can't think of what it was right now. But yeah, so we'll just take it as it comes. I may also, there's just one more thing. I also may just talk about an angel energy healing that I have been doing. It's called IET, Integrated Energy Therapy, and I may like set up a time for that to be done distantly. So I would give plenty of notice, and when that time came, all you would do is just kind of sit quietly. And I'll talk about the IET when I decide to do that. So if that is an interest for people, to please let me know too. And it's pretty, it's really interesting, and I know that it's just as effective for distant as it is hands-on. So, and I am hoping to do Reiki too, or not Reiki, IEG too at some point. So maybe I will wait until that time. So I think that's all that I have to say. And one more thing, Nichols is probably going to say it, but I'll say it. We're always looking for hosts. So if for a show that you might want to do, and if you do, just let Sprinkles or Linda or I know about that too. And Sprinkles can say more about that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Peg. Yes, we do.
You're welcome.
We do have podcasts, and we are looking for a host or even guests. So if you'd like to be a guest on our show, we would love to share you with others. But yes, that is open for now for more hosts on the podcast. I did want to address Brian, though, because Brian, I don't know if I missed it or what, but I think that, can you go back over what kind of sessions you would like to share with others? And if so, how long they would be, that kind of thing? Brian, did we lose you? I don't.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
No worries. Well, no, I was sitting there watching diligently. Believe me. You caught me off guard. This Spring says, but it is.
Surprise.
Thank you. As far as transcendental meditation goes, it took me. It was a 7-week course with a Buddhist monk, and that worked out extremely well for me. It could be done a lot quicker. This guy obviously was stretching it out a bit for his money that he was getting paid for. You know what he was doing. I honestly think the basics on transcendental meditation can be down to, I should make five 1-hour sessions, which can be at anybody's discretion. There's no particular thought. I'm retired, so I've got plenty of time in this world. As long as it's not after 8 o'clock Australia time. But anyway, that's evenings, not mornings. No, as far as that goes, it's say to me, it's the most wonderful thing that's happened to me, other than spiritual adventures that I've been through. As far as the remote viewing goes, which is very allied to astral viewing or astral planing, people call it. To my mind, it's all the same thing, because you can put your mind anywhere that you want, all over the world without any problems. I also do healing. I've been doing the healing since I was 8 years old, and very, very successful as that. And as Peg said, you don't have to be there with the person. You can do it remotely. I've done it to people all over the world, and it has been very, very successful. You've only got to ask. I say, we do not charge. So if you want to get a bit of learning in, best you do it. I'm on Skype. If anyone wants to come through on there, it's just brian.clover5. I'll put my Facebook one on Facebook as soon as I get off of here. And I'm not really adept at changing screens. If I come off of this, I know full well I'm going to lose it.
Well, we can also put a registration up for your sessions too. So this way you have a. Do you have a limit on them?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. So.
As I say, after 8 o'clock Australian time, no, because that's my rest time. Then. So.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. All right. So yeah, we're doing podcasts, but I still. And I'm also putting out a weekly happenings thing. So every Monday, you're going to see a new happening thing, kind of like the E-zine was. But it's more about things that are happening on the web. And I love, and I want to say this because I do, very much so. I love the Paramania radio group. And all of them, each of those radio platforms are absolutely awesome. So I love sharing them, and I hope that is okay with them because, hey, you know, it's promoting them, and I love to promote others. So if there's something that we can put in that weekly happening thing, if you have an event or you're having a session or whatever, you don't have to do it through us, but we can let others know that that's going on. So be open to sharing with us as much as you can because we can share you and in the most beautiful light, okay? That is our job. And videos and audios and stuff like that, Linda's absolutely wonderful. Peg with her angel classes and stuff. And now, Peg, you were also taking up Chicano, weren't you? Oh, did I lose Peg? Don't know. Hold on. Okay, well, anyway.
For myself, I was doing that for myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking about IET, integrated energy therapy, which is, it's basically clearing different blocks, you know, in different chakra areas with the angels. So each place has an angel, and they help to clear things. It's like emotional, like anger and you know, anxiety, different things like that. I'm only at, as they say, page 1 or level 1. So that's all that, you know, that's all that I do at this point, you know, is just help to clear away the cellular blocks that we may have in our different areas. So, and a lot of it is, you know, from childhood, you know, things that, you know, that occurred, you know, or just, you know, different experience and stuff, but it, you know, and it does still show up in some way as we're adults possibly do. So, like the root is at that point. So, but it's, I know to help people, you know, and it's just like, it's a comforting type of energy healing. So
sounds pretty good.
And Brian has something to add too.
Okay. Yeah, if I may. A lot of people don't know what transcendental meditation does. I've just had a message through. Basically, it's the ability for you to be able to control your own mind. Because 90% of the problems that people get are worries, overthinking things, trying to, you know, work out what other people are doing. Well, transcendental meditation knocks all of that out. You don't have, to be quite honest, as I say, I have not even got upset now for the last 20 years. Anyway, it takes time to achieve it, but once you've achieved it, the difference it makes to your life is one, because you can admire the trees, even though there's bombs dropping around you. You know, you can go out and see people you know that ordinarily you wouldn't bother with, but you can still say good day to. You know, it makes such a world of difference. Once you can control your mind, you can stop all the negative thoughts coming in, and it is a really beautiful way to live. Thank you.
Very nice. Okay, now, would you be able to tell me where I left my mind out? Because sometimes I put it out there and I can't find it.
I actually have something to add to what Brian said.
Oh, okay.
I know many of us who have become aware of who we are and what the reality of life is, live along ley lines, which is a very important place to be. In fact, I was shown astrally in 1989 that I've always lived along them, and I always will. And doing the transcendental meditation where you're calm all the time and you're able to take things as it comes without getting upset is beneficial to the ley lines. Trust me, in 2010, I actually got upset a couple of times at somebody online, and we ended up with Jug Handle Mountainous next to me, and that's on a ley line. It had a minor earthquake both times, so it's very important for us, for the safety of the earth, I think, to try to be as calm as we can and not to get too rattled. That's all I wanted to share, just kind of a reminder that, you know, staying as calm as you can and not getting really upset is beneficial not only to you and the people involved, but to the planet as well.
Yes. And, did you want to share a little bit of the ET stuff? Because that kind of goes in with almost the galactic beings out there. Did you want to bring anything in on that? Or just...
Sure. The ones that are around us right now that are visiting are overseers in a sense. They've been aware of this earth ever since it began, and they're trying to help us with it. They're trying to give us support and assistance because they don't want to see us hurt ourselves or destroy this planet, because this planet is alive. This planet has a nervous system and feelings anyway. And you may have it somewhere in the Bible where it says even the rocks will cry out. I believe that's an indication to us, and a coded message sort of lets us know that everything, the plants, everything that's rock, all of it is alive. The ley lines are the Earth's nervous system, and we are the observers of that. We're sort of like the white blood cells that kind of protect it against anything. And that's why we need to become more peaceful amongst ourselves. But our family sees us right now as endangering that and each other. I mean, we wipe ourselves out, and this planet will have been here for thing. And it's here as a school. It's one of the many schools in the universe that we go to experience and learn how to do things according to a set way of doing things, so that we can have that experience. Go many places when we go into other lifetimes, not just the Earth. But we may spend several lifetimes in one place in order to understand it. If it's something that caused it, like, say, Atlantis to fall, we may spend several lifetimes, like I did, trying to get back to not letting it happen. And I think we're in a place right now where a single push of a button and that would be it. You know, most of the Earth would be destroyed. So that's why the extraterrestrials are so adamant about us waking up and realizing what we're doing to each other and to this planet. And that's why I encourage contact. Everyone I've known that has had peaceful ET contact has a similar message that I've gotten as well about how we do straighten up and learn how to live peacefully and respectfully and lovingly with each other. And that goes into the planet. And all the cells in your system are working right, your body is right. And that's basically what I wanted to share. Thanks, Circles.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing it. There's so much stuff going on out there again. It's unbelievable. But these are just areas where I'm hoping that you find of interest, might want to talk a little bit more. We definitely want to check you out. So please, feedback is awesome, okay? Because then we know what we're doing is right. No feedback, then we have to go and move on to other things. And again, it's a cycle that kind of goes through. So hopefully this turnaround, you'll be with us and participate with us and get some more friendships going as well. Right, everybody. The last word, because we're running out of time, and I think I'm done. My registration for the free tarot course will be put that out the first week of April. Okay, for those who are interested. And I'll also put up a posting for registration for writing sessions. Okay, so give us a look into and make another friend. All right.
Yes, and every other Friday we tune into Off the Cuff Nightlight at 9 p.m. Eastern, because we always leave the light on for you.
That's right. Oh, I love that. Any good night?
Let's see. Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Good night. Thank you. And if you have any questions, just come and find me. I'll be glad to answer.
Hey, Brian.
He's having some overheating problems with his computer.
Okay.
But he'll catch up soon.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to see you again soon. I think it's Thursday that we will be looking at it again. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Later.
Good night.
At 4:30 p.m. an industrial